Pakistan High Court upholds forced marriage of abducted Catholic minor in Karachi, Pakistan. Um, in Karachi, Pakistan, the Sindh High Court has validated the marriage of a 13-year-old Catholic girl to her middle-aged Muslim abductor. Arzoo Raja was taken from outside her home on October 13th. 2 days later, the police announced that they had received marriage papers claiming that Arzoo was 18 and had converted to Islam to marry her 44-year-old kidnapper, Ali Azhar. The family provided the authorities with an official birth certificate proving Arzoo was 13 and challenging the marriage's validity. However, on October 27th, Arzoo appeared before the High Court and confessed that she had taken the Shahada, the Islamic declaration of faith. The court then declared that the 13-year-old had freely consented to her conversion and marriage. After communal outrage and protest, the abductor, as well as several of his family members who were accomplices in the kidnapping, have been taken into police custody.
This happens a lot in Pakistan, doesn't it?
Yes.
Wait, so
particularly a lot in Sindh province. At least all of the stories that have come to my attention over the past year, it's all in Sindh.
Okay, so
I believe there is data that province also has the highest rates of it as well.
Yeah. By the way, a lot of these girls who get abducted by Muslims and they get forced converted by force to Islam, a lot of them go through Stockholm syndrome after a while. Yes.
Oh my gosh. I saw the most heartbreaking videos from this case. So first there was this video of Arzoo's mother outside the court.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let the mom see her. And so she was like outside this room where the windows were blocked, where her daughter was held inside, just like outside wailing, like begging to see her mom.
Mm.
And then there was a video of Arzoo in full hijab sitting in a chair with her mother kneeling in front of her, like begging her to come home.
Mm.
Wailing, crying, begging her to come home. To like, I don't know, I can't remember how it was translated exactly, but and she was saying like, basically, oh no, it's fine, I consented to this, like this is what I want, you know. Part of me thinks, I highly suspect, that this is because there are other Christian and Hindu girls that even when they are taken away from their abductors and their marriages are dissolved or annulled, they then become apostates from Islam. And they are persecuted and threatened as apostates, even though they were forced into this to begin with.
Wow.
And there are cases like this. There was this one girl named Maria, I believe, who once she escaped her forced marriage, she has been persecuted as an apostate, and her whole family had to go into hiding ever since.
So what was the recent development part?
So the recent development is that after there was a lot of protest of the Christian community in Pakistan, that they have actually now arrested Ali Azhar, taken him into custody, and they have taken Arzoo into protective police custody.
Okay, good.
I don't know if she is returned to her family yet. It will actually probably be dangerous to be returned to her family. But from what I understand, she is in protective oh my gosh, why can't I talk today? Protective police custody. And they are actually her abductor and presumed rapist will face court. Now, Am I very hopeful that he will face the fullest extent of the law? No. But I am grateful that she has been returned to her family from now. And the details of this case, before I learned that there was an update in the past few days that she had been taken away from her abductor, are just heartbreaking. Yes, so she was filmed, her mom was filmed begging on her knees to her daughter, Arzoo, come home to your mama. Her mom, Rita, implored. He will kill you. Arzoo's mother and father have both lost their jobs following their daughter's abduction, and they are receiving death threats from the family of her abductor. Then, according to UCA News, Samson Salamat, the Christian chairman of the Interreligious Movement for Tolerance, denounced the court verdict. Because let's not forget that the Sindh High Court validated this marriage. Even when documentation proving that she was a minor was produced and given as evidence. Quote, I am distressed and disappointed with the position taken by the Honorable Court. A sexual act with a minor is a felony, even if she is willing. The court has validated a rape despite the Sindh Child Marriage Restraint Act of 2014 that punishes contractors of child marriage with up to 3 years imprisonment. So this is something that happens in Sindh a lot. And when we covered a forced conversion a few months ago, this was the exact same thing that people are saying. This is in direct violation with the Sindh Child Marriage Restraint Act. And the courts still uphold and validate marriages like this. He went on to say, can a judge, an army officer, or a Pakistani policeman tolerate handing over their minor daughter to a middle-aged man? What is the future of minority girls in Pakistan? Our courts favor the powerful. We still don't have strong calls from a joint minority platform on forced conversions. The case has sparked protests in Karachi and Lahore against forced conversions and marriages. There was a call of local cardinal to protest against this abduction. Several other churches, Christian churches, and had brought forth examples of their own girls, children in their community going through this, experiencing this. Oh, here is the case that I was talking about. So one other case that happened fairly recently was Maria Shabazz. So what happened to her was, meanwhile, 14-year-old Maria Shabazz was, or Mara Shabazz, was taken at gunpoint in April of this year, but later managed to escape. Aid to the Church in Need have launched a campaign to grant her asylum in the UK because she is currently in immediate danger and hiding from extremists who accuse her of apostasy. So even when you leave these situations, your life is still in danger. Now,
I do want to... Okay, go on. By the way, I see Rivka is waiting, but Rivka's camera is sideways, so I'm going to wait for her to for it to be fixed. But go on.
I wanted to find the more accurate information on... Oh, yeah. So High Court in Pakistan orders police to recover Arzoo Raja. So on the 2nd of November, after almost a month after she was abducted, she has... the police have ordered that she be returned to her family. On November 2nd, on the Arzoo case, today, judge has ordered the girl be recovered by police and relevant agencies be shifted to a shelter home. So as soon as possible, the legal team are fighting to have her returned to her family. And according to this, on the 5th, she was supposed to appear before the court and have her age determined through medical testing prior to the hearing.
By the way, Rivka, I don't know, when you move the camera, you touch the camera and it now needs to be clean. It's smudgy. But go on.
Can she hear you backstage?
Yeah, she can hear me, but I can't hear her. I do want to add something that the people that are saying that this is love jihad, This is not love jihad, and the fact is that a whole bunch of Hindu nationalists are taking advantage of women being victimized like this and being abducted to spread their own propaganda and use this. Like, imagine, like in India, the far right nationalists are looking at women being abducted and like, how could I take advantage of this to promote my ethno nationalist ideas, right? And they're like, oh, so they have this propaganda they're spreading conspiracy theories and they call it love jihad, and they think that So what's actually happening is a lot of people are using religion as a way to basically kidnap women and rape them. But what the conspiracy theory is that a lot of Muslims are trying to actually spread Islam, and they are actively doing this in India, which is actually this is happening mostly in Pakistan, not in India. They're saying that they're doing this in India as a way to spread Islam, first of all, and now because of this they're going after any Muslim man and Hindu woman that fall in love. They're going and attacking them and calling it love jihad. So imagine, and this is why Hindutva is so dangerous, right? Because imagine such an important violation of women, of human rights, being used, and instead of addressing this and bringing attention to this, you use it to do your own violation of human rights in a different way, and to spread fear and propaganda, and to go and attack people who are actually in love with each other. And you're basically, and every time people want to just like, what the hell are you doing? People are in love, let them marry each other. And you bring these cases as a way to justify your bullcrap, your Hindutva bullcrap. So again, if just like let everybody know that when you see Muslims in Pakistan or other places, if they're kidnapping people and forcefully converting them to Islam and marrying them and then raping them, don't let people call us love jihad. Love jihad is a far right Hindutva conspiracy theory as a way to promote anti-Muslim bigotry, and as a way to promote their ethno-nationalist agenda, as a way to claim that Muslims are doing demographic engineering, and their demographic to make it seem like their demographic engineering is just their reaction to it, and as a way to try to claim Hindu women as their property, so that any Muslim man who falls in love with any of them and want to marry, they go claim ownership over them and try to like disrupt the marriage, to attack them, to get their property back up against into Hinduism. So don't let people call this love jihad. Love jihad is mostly a nonsense term. It's mostly a conspiracy theory. And Muslims who are doing the actual kidnapping is not for the sake of spreading Islam. It's because they're using religion. Again, usually people who do crimes, they use religion as a way to cover their crimes. It's not for the sake of religion. The religion itself is being used to commit a crime. That's how usually religion works. Anyways, Rivka, are you ready for me to bring you up? Okay, good. I'm gonna bring Rivka up. Okay, there we go. We have Rivka here. Yes. All right, Susanna, did you want to add anything before we go to the next news?
Yes, I completely agree. You should not use the tragedy of the seemingly epidemic of forced marriages and forced conversions in Pakistan to fuel your twisted ideology that is against interfaith marriage.
Right.
And interfaith love. Like, what? Yeah.
By the way, people who are cheering in the live chat, it's not because of this kidnapping. They're cheering Rivka. Okay, so people are saying. Yes. All right, look at this. Look at this Ghost Bunny. Ghost Bunny is saying, Rivka, what a light in the midst of dark news. Hi, Rivka. Okay, Rivka. Oh, people are using the Rivka emote. Okay, so thank you for joining us. Subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell thingy. If you haven't, I don't know why. What's holding you back? Okay? If you haven't subscribed to our channel, why haven't you subscribed to our channel? Explain that to us, please. Like, bell, and also if you're not getting notifications and stuff because YouTube is not telling people that we have shows, because YouTube is like, oh, this person told us that they want to get your shows, right? They want to get your videos, but nah, we think is no. And they also hit the bell button, but nah, you guys are too controversial. We want to show them mainstream stuff. We want to show them CNN or cat videos or whatever. But even people are like, no, we want to see Atheist Republic. And YouTube is like, no, we don't think you want this. They're like, no, please show it to us. We say to you, we want to see Atheist Republic. And YouTube is like, no, we think we know what's better for you than you yourself. So to solve that, there's a link in the description, which is to our newsletter. So hopefully we could email it to you. So hopefully you get some of our content that way. Okay. So yeah, subscribe to our newsletter as well, and share our videos, because we do get demonetized. That's an obvious on every one of our videos. So F that. But we don't care about that anymore. But we also get deprioritized, and that's even more damaging to us. Deprioritized, what does that mean? That means we don't show up on the suggested, videos on the right, and all that, on people's homepages. And that's how channels grow. Unfortunately, we can't grow. So we need you guys to share our videos.